Hi, I'm Architect Pandey. I'm from SP Architects. I'm the principal architect, and today we are going to talk about interviews. Interviews are an integral part of everyone's life, professional career, we can say. And now that I have conducted so many interviews over the past 7 or 8 years, I'm going to share some tips and tricks that how you can crack an architectural interview and an architect's interview or at any other firm related to design, interior design, graphic design, or maybe some professional careers also. Basically, when you go for an interview or when you approach a company, you should always be prepared with the information with what the company deals with, and you should have an intricate knowledge of what type of projects they do, or what type of manufacturing they do, or what type of products they are into. When you have an intricate knowledge of that, you have won your battle halfway through. I'll tell you how it happens. So let's start from the beginning. When you approach for a job, you apply from some online portal or some any other source or reference or whatever may it is. You approach the company, you're called for an interview. Maybe there are few rounds of an interview. At my firm, we take only one personal interview round where the interns or the students or architects, they come with their resume, their portfolio, and we have a personal interactive session. I would definitely call a personal interactive session for an architect's interview rather than a technical, or I wouldn't term it as an interview, because architecture being a very lucrative profession, a very interactive profession, a very creative profession, I never take interviews or conduct interviews in a professional manner. I try to be as casual as I can be, so that I get to open up to their ideas, the students' ideas, because what I'm dealing with the professional side is totally different, and how students perceive in their early careers as an architect is totally different. So when a student or a candidate arrives at my firm, I try to observe their body language, I read their resume properly. The very important aspect in a resume for me is the hobbies that an architect or a student or a candidate perceives. You get to know a lot of things from their hobbies. If they are paying attention to their hobbies, they have a holistic approach towards life. That is what I feel. Then I try to understand their family background, and then we jump on to the technical part of the drawings and the creativity that they are pursuing. So when I start an interview, I always try to make the candidates very relaxed. I tell them to just take a deep breath and then explain their ideas, their work, their portfolio, so that I can understand them better. I can understand their design better. Now with the interview process, I try to observe with what body language a candidate approaches the discussion table. Is it very rude? Is it very strict? Is it very strong? Or is it a normal approachable body language with what the candidate approaches the table to? The second thing that I observe is how a candidate greets his seniors. If he greets properly, if he is very diligent towards it, or if he's very casual about it, or if he's very ignorant and neglected the whole part of greeting business, because greeting makes the discussion very comfortable at both the ends. The third point I notice is how he approaches the discussion table. You have to be very professional when you approach the discussion table. You have to keep your hands folded over the discussion table, or you can keep it on your thighs and be very polite towards your seniors when performing interviews. Now with the basic interview process, a candidate needs to explain his career path or the student path to his senior in a very brief way, so that the interviewer can understand him. So now to the next part. A candidate needs to be confident while giving an interview. 65% of the candidates are rejected by interviewers who lack confidence. This is the main reason given by the interviewers at an international level. So these are the main statistics that you have to understand. While giving an interview, eye contact is also very important. Eye contact tells the other person that you're connected to the whole interview process. In my early career, I succeeded in around 70 to 80% of the interviews that I have applied for. And this happened only because I had proper knowledge of the company, I had proper knowledge of the data I'm carrying with me, and I was able to explain it to them or deliver it to them in a proper, polite way. The next thing an interviewer looks for is the eagerness to work, to learn for their company, the eagerness to deliver in proper professional manner, the eagerness where you're not spoon-fed for your work. Now I'm going to share a good secret that I try to apply in my interviews in my early career. And that secret is the STAR method, STAR. So what does STAR stand for? S is the situation that you're put in, T is the task that you have performed, A is the action that you took to get out of the situation, and R stands for the result that you delivered at the end. If you give an example to your interviewer explaining in the STAR format, 80 to 90% of the chance you're going to succeed in your interview. You're going to get the job. Because that defines the capability to perform in every aspect. In the conclusion part of the interview, always try to ask the interviewer politely that what everyday tasks that you would be performing in their company. That would help you understand how much of an integrity you carry for that job, how much of the deliverable capacity you have in you, and this will gain more confidence when you're selected in the company. The final thing that you have to do as a candidate is write a mail to the interviewer after 2 or 3 days about the opportunity that you have been given for the interview. This would go a long way in your selection process. The interviewer gets to know that you're keen for the job, you have the professional capacity to deal and interact with your seniors, and you would be a good asset to their company. As per my experience and knowledge over the few years being an owner of a firm, I would surely guarantee you that these steps can be very helpful in your interview process, and you would succeed in the job that you're looking for. I wish you best of luck and take care. Goodbye.